Okay, today's topic for review is using an integral as an accumulator. This is a topic that we have seen fairly recently since going online, as well as towards the end of our time in school, where we've worked with integrals of rates that then give us a net change over the course of time. So we're going to work with a lot of definite integrals, like this first piece here, the integral from a to b of f of t dt, which is talking about that net change from time A to time B. So here's our first question. The rate of consumption of cola in the United States is given by S of t equal to C e to the kt, where S is measured in billions of gallons per year and t is measured in years from the beginning of 2000. So this is an exponential equation, C e to the kt. First part. The consumption rate doubles every 5 years, and the consumption rate at the beginning of 2000 was 6 billion gallons per year. Find C and K. This is an easier question than it might appear to be. When it says our doubling time is 5, we had a formula that said doubling time equals ln2 over K. So that means K must equal ln2 over 5, which is our doubling time. So there's K right there. To find C, C is simply the initial value. So if it tells us that the consumption rate at the beginning of 2000 is 6 billion per gallons per year, that would be our C value. And I'm just going to use 6 because it says S is measured in billions of gallons. So there's K, there's C, and I'm just going to take a minute and write our formula. S of t would be 6e to the ln2 over 5t. Part B says find the average rate of consumption of cola over the 10-year period beginning January 1st, 2003. Indicate units of measurement. So the fact that this says average, I'm going to use our average formula, which looked like this. 1 over b minus a to b, f of x dx. So for us, we're going to use 13 and 3. We're starting in 2003, that would be a 3 t-value. We're going to 2013, which would be a 13. And we're going to use our function 6 e to the ln2 over 5 t dt. I'm going to type that into my calculator. Here's what I get. 19.680 billion gallons per year. So on average, every year is about 19.680 billion gallons. Our next question, C, is asking us to use the trapezoidal rule to find an approximation for the definite integral from 5 to 7 of S of t dt using 4 equal subdivisions. So I drew a quick sketch here. I also did a little work from my table of values on my calculator just to save me some time in the video. So what we're trying to do is take this region from 5 to 7 and approximate the area under the curve, basing it on the area of a trapezoid. So 1/2 height base 1 plus base 2. So 4 equal subdivisions means we are going to be working with, if I went from a height of 1, it would be 2, so I'm going to do a height of 1/2. So notice on my table here, I have used the table function in the calculator to find the value of S of t at 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, and 7, because all of those values correspond to a height of one of the bases in our trapezoids. So here's what we're going to do. Our area from 5 to 7 of S of t dt. My formula is 1/2. The height, which is the width of these trapezoids, which is also 1/2, times. Now we had a shorthand way of doing this. We're going to do base 1 of the first trapezoid, which is 12. That's what happens at 5, plus at 5.5, there are 2 bases. There's the left base of the first trapezoid and the right base of the second trapezoid. So we're going to do 2 times 12.861 plus 2 times the next one, 13.784, plus 2 times 6.5, so 14.7 774. And then finally, there's one base at 7. So take all of that, multiply it together, and we get approximately 27.668 billion gallons. The exact value, if you did it on your calculator, is 27.657. So it's a pretty good approximation that we did using the trapezoidal rule. And then I'm going to go straight into letter D. Using correct units, explain what we just found in terms of cola consumption. So what we just found is in the course of, or over the course of 2 years, from 2005 to 2007, the US consumed a total of 27.668 billion gallons of cola. Other word you could say is it's the net change in gallons of cola consumed by the US.